Hi everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas day whatever it is, because I don't know what day I'm going to be uploading this. I thought, since I am entering the last week, if potentially, of my pregnancy, I thought I would do kind of a look back and a review kind of how my pregnancy has gone. I thought I'd also share my kind of tips on pregnancy and kind of what, not necessarily what I wish I'd done, but what has maybe like helped me the most. So yeah, it might be a bit of a boring one, this one. I'm literally just probably going to be sat here talking, chatting absolute bollocks. But looking back, I made my first video when I was like 20 odd weeks or something. It was August I must have made my first video, which seems like a lifetime ago, but it's really not. But this pregnancy, it's gone super fast, but at the same time it's gone like ridiculously slow. Like ridiculously slow. The start of my pregnancy, I feel like I had it quite easy, to be honest with you. I didn't really know, like, looking back now, like, I didn't really know that I was pregnant. Like, obviously when we were in Bali, it was only until I had the spotting, which I was like, oh maybe this is a little bit of something a little bit more serious, because I personally thought I just had bladder problems. Like, I literally thought I had a urine infection. That's all that I thought I had. Like, I didn't think I was pregnant. It didn't shoot to my mind. So I think in that aspect, I had it quite easy. Most women are sick and blah, 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 blah. I was sick twice. One time was 14 weeks. One time was like a couple weeks ago. 28 weeks probably. I've been sick 2 times, which I think is really good, especially because I can't really handle sick that well. I think the first kind of initial, like the only thing that really got to me was the tiredness. Like, where the baby was kind of like picking up pace with her growing, like when I got to like 8 weeks to maybe 16 weeks. I was just exhausted all the time, but I got used to it. It's the only really main thing that I really struggled with at the start of my pregnancy. I think everything else went pretty smooth. So I think in that sense, I can't really sit here and complain about how it went at the start. When I left work, really, my hips, I don't know if I've actually said this on my channel, but basically I have SPD, which is something to do with your pelvis, where your pelvis softens. I don't know what the actual like wording is. It's like spinal pelvical disorder or something, or like, no, to be honest with you. But what I do know is that it fucking hurts, and it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world. I still kind of have it now. It's kind of gone down. I had to go to the physio. I had it in Paris, and it was just not, it's not really something that's been very pleasant. It's literally, as soon as I've kind of left work, my hips kind of just crippled, and turns out my pelvis had softened too much. It's kind of okay now. I had to go to the physio, I have to do exercises, and it's just one of them things. It happens. It's very uncomfortable. It kind of just feels like there's like, you're bruised, you're very bruised kind of like in your pelvic area, and it hurts to walk. It hurts. The main thing for me is turning over in bed. I can never get comfortable, but in bed I kind of have to like choose a position and stick to it. So it is quite uncomfortable in that sense. But yeah, so that's something I've kind of suffered with since about 31, 32 weeks maybe. When did we go to Paris? 33 weeks, yeah. So maybe 31 weeks. So I kind of started like suffering from it. And it's perfectly normal. I think quite a lot of women get it. So I think if you were to ever get it, don't worry, just mention it to your midwife. She'll refer you to a physio and you're good to go. And you go to like actual like maternity physios as well, like not just like a random creep at like, well, not creep, a random physio, like just clicking people's backs in. No, that's a chiropractor. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Paris, I think Paris probably, looking back now, shouldn't really have gone. It was amazing and I love my time. I don't regret going, but it was very uncomfortable and it was very difficult weekend for me. In terms of walking, there was a lot of walking, which kind of made my SPD worse, but at the same time I loved it. So but yeah, but I think if you want to go on holiday whilst you're pregnant, 100% do. We went to Lanzarote when I was about 14 weeks and it was lovely just because it was so chill, it was so easy. I had time to kind of sit, reflect about what was going on in my life, and it was lovely. If you're gonna go on a holiday, go on a relaxing one. Don't go to like some all-inclusive by the beach. Don't go on a city break like me and Charlie did, because unless you're like super fit, I'm not really that fit. I haven't really put on that much weight, but that's one thing I'm quite happy with. I haven't put on too much weight. I've kind of put a little bit of like not timber at all, like padded out a little bit, like on the inside of my legs, like by my, like on my thigh gap. I don't have much of a thigh gap anymore, which I don't really care. My boobs have got saggier, and of course they are gonna get saggier. So that's one thing. Prepare for your boobs to get big. Don't buy maternity bras too early. Buy them a little bit late, because it's a bit of a shambles, to be honest with you. Get breast pads as well. These are tips. I'm giving you tips. I'm not meant to give you tips yet. My boobs leak as well, which I know is very TMI, so sorry if you're uncomfortable, but on this channel we are open and we don't care what we say. So if you don't like it, bye bye. But yeah, my boobs leak quite a lot, which is like the colostrum coming through, not the milk. The milk comes in when the baby's born, but I have a lot of that. It's quite uncomfortable at times. It's not the most pleasant thing. Discharge, it's quite heavy. Like, I think generally, like, the average things that kind of happen to a pregnant woman have just kind of like come my way. I don't think there's necessarily anything that I'm like, oh my god, like, I didn't know that this was gonna happen. Like Braxton Hicks, don't get me wrong, Braxton Hicks, they can be quite scary. I've had a couple of times when I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm going into labour. But they're nothing major to worry about. They can hurt. At this stage of my pregnancy, I'm 39 weeks on Monday, in like 2 days, and they hurt, don't get me wrong, they're not very comfortable. It doesn't really hurt, they're not painful, but they're just very uncomfortable, and just, they're like period cramps. If you get period cramps, don't panic yourself. Yeah, don't panic yourself or anything. Archie, can you sit down, please? Like, the main thing for me is I'm so uncomfortable and I'm so large because I haven't put on any weight anywhere. The thing that I've got on my stomach is huge compared to the rest of my body, and I just can't really, it's just not very comfortable anymore. And if she came out today, I'd be over the moon, over the moon. I think that's kind of everything I can really think of in terms of how my pregnancy's been. It's been pretty straightforward, to be honest with you. So I think tip-wise, let's move on to the tips and the best things that I can kind of like offer your advice, because to be honest with you, nothing's gonna make pregnancy easier. The main thing is that you're gonna be uncomfortable, you're gonna be big, it's not gonna be like the most necessarily pleasant thing in the world. You're gonna have things leaking boob-wise, vagina-wise. You're gonna be very uncomfortable. So my first tip would be, don't worry too much about your sleep, just rest. Rest up, rest easy, and just rest. Don't worry about getting to sleep at 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock on your usual schedule. Forget about a schedule, just chill in bed, watch some Netflix, put some Gavin and Stacey on, put some Glee on, just watch whatever, watch my channel, rest on the sofa, just chill as much as you can, make some food, get your boyfriend or your mum or your dad, whoever is with you, just chill out. And if when you take your maternity leave, I wouldn't say necessarily take it as early as possible, but if you have holiday that you have to take before, which was my case, I went on maternity leave a month before I should have, purely because I had holiday that I needed to take. No, over a month and a half than I was meant to, because I had holiday. If you can do that, I 110% recommend it. 110%. Because much time off as you can before you go on, before the baby is here. Just relax yourself, because what I've heard most people, they work up and up and up and up and up and up until they're pregnant, their like due date, and they go on maternity leave like a week before, and the baby comes, because as soon as they relax, the baby's like, all right, I'm ready now. If you relax, that baby is going to be chill, like, hopefully, fingers crossed, mine's chill, but it is difficult to sleep. It is difficult to sleep, don't get me wrong. I'm up every 5 seconds needing a wee. I can't, like, if I'm on the wrong angle, my belly hurts, my ribs hurt, just relax. And sleep won't be an issue. You won't have to think, oh my God, I haven't got my 8 hours sleep, because you can get another hour in the day. Get ready for the baby as soon as possible. As soon as you either know what you're having, or like you know that you're gonna keep it, or you find out you're pregnant, just start buying things. Every week, just buy something. Like what my mum did, every time she went on a shop, she got a shower gel, then she got a baby lotion, some talc, like each kind of, just gradually buy things. Buy some socks, buy some scratch mittens, buy a little baby white pack of vests. Just keep buying things, and eventually when you're like not even like 30 weeks, you'll be like, oh, all I really need now is my Moses basket or a crib and my pram. I make a list of things. The Bounty app is really good. They have a list of, like, they have a tick list on there, and you can just go through, and it's really easy. I was pretty much done buying 30 weeks, 32 weeks. My pram, that was literally it. And I can't even explain to you how much easier it is. I'm ready to go. If she was to come, because it's normal to be premature. Well, not normal, but like, you get what I mean. Like, it's quite common. It's common to be premature. Or like for babies to come as soon as you hit full term, 37 weeks, it's normal for babies to come. So knowing the fact that whenever she's here, I'm ready, it's absolutely fine. I'm absolutely chill. I highly recommend just getting things sorted as soon as you really can, because it's a massive help. And it's exciting. It's so exciting and it's so fun buying things for your little baby. Why wouldn't you want to? Third tip. I have 5 tips, by the way, so third. Pamper yourself. One of the main things that I love and get me through the day is pamper time. Do skincare, do a face mask, have a bath. I have a bath every day. I'm very sorry for everyone's water bills. Julie, Mum, I'm extremely sorry. But it's so zen and I'm so chill and I love it. Do your skincare, put a face mask on in the bath. It's just relaxing. Get your scrub. Like for my birthday, I got a full set of skincare, new skincare. So I do my cleanser, I do my polish, I do my toner, I do a mask, do my moisturiser. It's so nice and it's so chill, and it makes you feel so, like, 10 times better. If you feel a little bit crappy, you're gonna feel a little bit nicer, because you're like, oh wow, look at my skin, look at my skin. And as well, your skin can get really bad during pregnancy. I got really spotty. I kind of broke out a couple times here and like here, which is completely normal. Do your skincare and you'll be fine, and you'll feel glowy and you'll feel amazing and you'll love it. Do your nails. I started doing my nails. 2 of these have come off because I picked that one off. No, I picked that one off and this one snapped off last night. But yeah, I do my own nails. It's so relaxing. It's an hour and a half of your day, which sounds long. It doesn't feel long. It sounds long, but it's something to do. If you're just sat at home all the time, which is pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis, it's just fun. Do my nails soon. I'm going to go back to nude because I've done black, I've done white. I was going to do red. I just like nude, so I don't really like white, to be honest with you. Tan yourself, fake tan, once a week, have a tanning session, and you will feel like a golden goddess. And you will literally be looking in the mirror at yourself like, that me, MILF. I'm a MILF. Honestly, I can't even, like, that is probably my main thing. Pamper yourself. I've said all of these are probably my main things so far, but them 3 tips, rest, just start getting ready as soon as possible, and pampering yourself, they are my 3 main tips. Next one. Eating healthy. When I say eating healthy, eat what the fuck you like. I'm not saying I'm eating healthy and like I'm a health guru and stuff, but snack wise, have a smoothie, have some grapes, have some strawberries, have some blueberries, have, I don't know, find little recipes that you can make which are just a little bit healthier than the normal, like typical, like if you want a brownie or like milkshake, whatever, because it's such a nice pick-me-up and the baby loves it. My baby always starts moving as soon as I've had like some grapes. She's there like, fuck yeah. They love it, they love it. And what's better than a little kicking baby in your belly? Tell me, because I don't know. And my final tip, which I could not have lived without, is panty liners. When you hit about 20 weeks, panty liners are gonna be your godsend. TMI, so prepare yourselves, but the amount of discharge you get is pretty extortionate. It's a little bit disturbing sometimes and it's really uncomfortable, and if you don't have a pad in, it's fucking horrible. And I'm just going to put that up straight. It's horrible if you don't have a pad in. Put a pad in and it collects all the discharge. You don't have to bring extra pants, you don't have to change your pants, you don't have to like wipe off your pants. This is disgusting. Like, this is what I mean. It's a disgusting thing to have to deal with. Panty liners are your godsend. Just get some little ones. I've just got like a little 30p pack from Tesco. Like, you don't need fancy. They're just the little ones. You like peel them off, pop them in your pan, and you're good to go. Oh, and finally, get some maternity leggings. If you're gonna get anything, any maternity piece of clothing, just get maternity leggings. That's all I've worn. All I've worn. I haven't got jeans. Well, I have got a pair of wetlet leggings actually. I have got jeans actually, but I don't wear them. They're not comfortable. They're not comfortable in the slightest. Maternity leggings, and then just get some nice jumpers and nice big jumpers. I got a poncho. It's so oversized. It's lovely. It was £12 from Tesco. Poncho, you just look put together. You look like a sophisticated mum. And what would you want than that? That's kind of a look over of my pregnancy. I don't think I've really left anything out. It's been kind of a boring pregnancy, to be honest with you. And they are my main tips, which I hope are helpful to you in any kind of way. People out there probably have a lot better videos than me, so I've probably chatted shit for about 20 minutes. So I'm sorry if you are bored out of your mind and you have probably clicked off already. So if you've made it to this point, thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow, whatever video that is. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be a vlog or something, so let's see what we get up to in the morrow.